Oh, hey over there. You surprised me. I am Joe Lunchbox, and on the camera is my beautiful wife. Little tired wife.
Oh, so tired.
Joy Nightingale. We are at our last day here in Dallas, Texas. Sad to go home, but that's life. I was very lucky. My work brought me on this trip. Today we're going to see a bunch of little things around the city. So there's not going to be a full video per things, but little here, a little there. I like to call it the tapas of Texas. No, I didn't say topless. Get your mind out of the gutter. Tapas, like a little sampling, small plates. You know what I mean. But before we get started, I wanted to show you all how lucky I am this weekend. Usually when me and Joy travel, we stay in little cheap hotels, roadside motels, stuff like that, so we could afford. And my company, they went all out this trip. Don't know why. Lucky man, I guess. But we're staying here in the Doubletree Campbell Center in Dallas, and I just wanted to show you all this crazy room that we're staying in. We're up here, folks, on the 9th floor. When I walked in, I'm expecting like a little room. We got a nice king-size bed. But I just had to show you all this morning. It's a little foggy. It's cold here. It's still February, so the windows got a little moisture. But this crazy window that literally is from floor to ceiling and wraps around our whole room. Say hi, Joy. Yeah, she's still tired. She's getting ready for the day. And we just got a nice little room here. TV, whole wall size. We were mostly out, so never got to watch TV. I don't believe in just hanging out in hotel rooms. Nice sized bathroom. Soap's very good sampling, and if I forgot my razor and toothpaste, they said I could have asked the front desk. Didn't need it. I always come prepared. Be prepared, the Boy Scout motto. But all in all, really nice hotel. We're gonna load our car now, and got sadly all packed. So we're gonna go load our car, then have some breakfast and check out. Into the Doubletree we go. Just loaded the car, going to get some breakfast. After the morning coffee. You see it, the coffee. I need the coffee. Final breakfast here at the Doubletree, and I went for the chocolate chip waffle, which of course is in the shape of the state of Texas. It looks good. I do love that it is there. Doubletree, one of my favorite things. I'm a big boy. Is getting chocolate chip cookies every time I walk in the door. Chocolate chip pancake using their chocolate chip recipe. This is gonna be good, folks. So far, I've eaten Houston, Austin, San Antonio. I'm heading up to El Paso. Gonna go for Amarillo next and finish with Dallas Fort Worth. It's gonna be delicious. Right here in the heart of Dallas, we have an old log cabin made out of cedar planks. It was built by a pioneer, most likely they said from Kentucky around the 1850s. Wasn't originally built in the middle of this location. It was moved here later in the 1971 in the heart of Dallas. Say hi, Joy. As we walk this way, in the distance we have a memorial to John F. Kennedy. So we approach the John F. Kennedy Memorial. Interesting fact. The man who designed this, it was originally supposed to be built with marble, but the city went a little cheap and built it out of concrete. Is one of the more unusual memorials I've ever seen. Just being a cement box with an empty pedestal. We have made our way to Dealey Plaza, the birthplace of Dallas, Texas. In this small park, built the first homes, which also served as the first courthouses, post office, first stores, and the first fraternal lodge when the pioneers got here. But besides the birthplace of Dallas, it's also the spot of the final demise of President John F. Kennedy on November 22nd, 1963. As we walk to the grassy knoll here in Dealey Plaza, you can notice in the street that there's been painted an X here, and a little bit farther down, another X. Those are locations where during the motor he was shot. First there, and the second shot, and did it all right over there. Many theories have been come out, but we all know Lee Harvey Oswald, they said, was shooting from the buildings right over here. It's from right here, most iconic footage of that day. Shot by Abraham Zapruder, captured the image of Kennedy being shot. We in this country, in this generation, are by destiny rather than choice the watchmen of the world's freedom. We ask, therefore, that we may be worthy of our power and responsibility, that we may exercise our strength with wisdom and restraint, and that we may achieve in our time and for all time the ancient visions of peace on earth, goodwill toward men. That must always be our goal, and the righteousness of our cause must always underlie our strength. For as was written long ago, except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. It's a quote from John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the speech that President Kennedy delivered at the Dallas Trade Mart on November 22nd, 1963. Postscript. I messed up. That was an excerpt of the speech that he was supposed to deliver. We're gonna make our way soon into that cool red building over there. It's a museum based on Dallas, so let's do that and have more fun today. Off to the old red museum, even though it is new to us. Let's see what we'll find in there. Warmth is true. Warmth is true. Step right up. Let's go for this ride. Inside the old red museum. And we just gotta find the ticket office. This actual neon Pegasus is that on a mobile gas station here in Dallas. Before that is actually at the New York World's Fair in 1939. There was a larger Pegasus, which now sits on top of the Magnolia Building, which was erected in 1934. Pegasus was originally the logo for the Saucony Vacuum Company, of which Magnolia Oil was part of. Hope we find some cool stuff in here. The stairs are an indication of what the museum's going to be like. I'm pretty excited. Very cool map of Dallas County. That was the maps we could stand on. Right now we're down here near where it says Union Arena Park, and if you take this road, Route 75 North, our hotel was right around here. We have a cute little children's section talking about big cotton, seeing if a kid could lift 500 pounds of cotton. Cotton bale weighed 500 pounds. Let's see. Could I? 50-something pounds. Joy's just told me that she does want me to rebuild this dollhouse for her.
Something similar.
Something similar. She wants a veranda.
I need my veranda.
Yes, yes. Who let the dog on the bed? Oh, bad doggy, bad. Try it on. Ooh, old clothing we get to try on? Sounds good to me. Let's do this. What? Clothes are in the laundry this week. Come check back soon. Yeah, I'm flying home today, museum. A little disappointed. What you gonna do? There's 4 main galleries to this museum, while breaking up different time periods. Starting with some founding. Got the star of a little log cabin. From now 1874 to 1917. Carved piece of wood is actually an old wooden water pipe. First place carrying water from the pump station at Browder Springs to the location down to where actually made out of wood. That's I feel like I'd get a splinter in my tongue.
Okay.
I always wondered why they call it a billy club. Did they used to beat people named Billy? Or did they actually call the club Billy? Or did the club belong to Billy? No one has the answer for me. If you have the answer, let me know. Never heard of this before. A portable horse weight. You could park your horse by just putting a weight down and hitching to this weight. Military morphine kit. Imagine you're a soldier and they give you your own little pack of painkillers. Just shoot yourself up with some morphine. And this old glass ship actually is a souvenir butter dish, remembering the Maine. One time in my life, I have to try to ride a bicycle like this. You all see me riding a mechanical bull. Doesn't always go well, so I don't know how well this would go. Cool bugle here. It's actually Molly Bailey's circus bugle from many years in the late 19th century. She spent winters in Dallas and then traveled throughout the Southwest with her one-ring circus. She opened each performance using this bugle. This building itself was built in 1892. I like that they exposed some bricks to see the old building here. The next gallery, Big D, I'm assuming that means Dallas and nothing else, from 1918 to 1945. EBM lunchbox, I had to show you this, folks. An old electric toaster from 1923. You never go wrong with some heated up bread and butter. Combination American banjo and a Hawaiian ukulele. This was popular with blues musicians who performed in an area of Dallas named Deep Ellum. I recently just got a little root beer float tattooed in that neighborhood from Elm Street Tattoos. These pants were worn by a 3-year-old Dallas native named George Spanky McFarlane. He became a star in Hall Roach's Our Gang comedies. Which is an interesting fact. He was 3 years old then in 1931 when he ended his acting career in 1994. He returned back here to finish high school in Lancaster. This came out in mid-1920s, but I still think Harry Houdini could have escaped from these. American Airline dishes, 1946. We flew down American Airline. We got a little cup of Dr. Pepper and some pretzels. Nothing, and I mean nothing, was served on this fine china.
We didn't even get the fancy
we
ticket
didn't even
holder.
get the fancy ticket holder. I think we got Jip Joy.
Totally.
What? What, Dallas? What's wrong with you? Why would you lock up women and children in your jails? Oh. New Yorker seeing this, it really makes me think of one thing. The Ramones. You might be confused, but just remember their song. The KKK took my baby away. They took her away from me. Yeah, we gotta make some light heart of terrible things that sadly happened in our country. I'm not saying what they did was a joke, but I'm just making jokes about them. United States, France, Spain, the Republic of Texas, the Confederacy, and Mexico. That is why all the Six Flags amusement parks around the country are named Six Flags, because of the Six Flags that flew over Texas. When I was a little kid, I used to make little things out of popsicles. Sadly, none were as cool as this little toy cabinet made out of popsicles. I made little jewelry boxes with just stacking them. 7-Eleven record, Dance the Slurp. It's interesting. Dance Slurp, 1966 to 69. Crazy advertising. Wish they had something like that today. And actually, it looks like you would get your Slurpee in a glass. Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference. I miss going to Blockbuster. That used to be me and Joy's Tuesday night dates. It seems like their corporate headquarters was here in Dallas. 1971, the world's first frozen margarita machine was invented by a young Dallas restaurant entrepreneur, Marino Martinez, who was desperate to produce margaritas of consistency quality for 200 daily customers. It was inspired by a 7-Eleven Slurpee machine. Zombie want brains. This little wood box was actually made by Clyde Barrows while in prison in Easton Prison Farm in Lovelady, Texas. He utilized the facility's woodworking equipment to create small items which he gave to his family members. Caw-caw, caw-caw. No, I don't know what sound gargoyles make. So we just finished the old figure item museum. They're doing some construction, sorry for the noise. It was pretty good, I liked it. A lot smaller than I thought, judging from the massive building. But some cool little artifacts about Dallas and relate to pop culture and history. So I'd recommend anyone that comes to Dallas. Joe, you having fun here in Dallas? Besides freezing and feeling sick and walking, we sort of know where we're going. You enjoying this?
This is fun.